All right, we are live. Thank you so much for watching this video. So today, what we're going to talk about is how to share your knowledge so you can help more people and earn what you're worth. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. We all have special skills, and somehow, some way, sometimes people don't feel that they have enough skill or expertise to share. And very seldom is that actually the case. You have skills, expertise, special talents, years of accumulated knowledge that you can share with other people and be compensated accordingly. So here's an example, okay? And I'm gonna give you several different examples because it doesn't matter. A lot of times we see a lot of stuff in, like, you know, if you're familiar with my work for years, you know, it's like fitness, martial arts, personal development, nutrition, lifestyle, stuff like that. But let's just say you have expertise in scrapbooking, all right? Let's just go there for a second. You have expertise in scrapbooking. Maybe you've been doing it for 10 years. Someone's new at scrapbooking and they don't know what to do. They don't know where to get the resources. They don't know that there's a different way to do scrapbooking for anniversaries or as a gift or documenting your child's growth through the first year or the first 5 years or whatever it is, or a bar mitzvah or whatever it is. You can, you know, create obviously a scrapbook for all these. And this is just one example, just because it's so abstract compared to what I normally talk about. I want to show you how diverse this field is and this option to become a noted expert, to share your knowledge, to become a highly paid expert and earn what you're worth. So you can teach how to get the supplies, how to put it together, how to monetize it, how to put something on Etsy, how to put it on eBay, how to do it on Amazon. Maybe you can create a how-to video series and put it on Udemy, right? That's just for scrapbooking, right? And it goes for anything. Let's just say that you're an expert in fly fishing, right? Now, I've done about every kind of fishing there is, but I have not done fly fishing. It is really an art. And if you've ever tried that, if you're into the outdoors life, you know that fly fishing is an art and a science. So you could be about making the flies, selecting the flies, how to know when certain fish are in a certain area, what temperature is best, how to find them in certain areas, what type of rod and reel is best, what type of line is best, who are the best guides, where do they do like all-inclusive travel packages for fly fishing, as an example. You can put all that together and it can be in a digital information package. It can be in a private Facebook group. It can be on a course on Udemy. You can make some sort of sales funnel. Good morning, Stephen. How you doing? Hey, Billy, Mandy, Irma. Welcome, you guys. So it's endless, okay? And so, like, I know, Mandy, you're doing like fitness and nutrition and some personal development kind of stuff, right? So, and I know you're doing this. So how are you packaging your knowledge? We all have special skills, but sometimes people feel that they don't have enough skill, or they think that, well, people can get it elsewhere for free. Sometimes that's true. They can get the information for free elsewhere. However, there's a difference. One is they have to curate it themselves. And they also don't have an expert guide, you, that is saying, throughout all my years of experience, and you have to tell your story, right, as to why you are now the person who can, by the way, it's not about you, it's about them, but you do still need to, I have a dog playing over here, they still need to know that you have enough expert authority to be able to do this. Hang on a second. Hey, you kids, hey, stop it. No playtime right now. Hey, stop it. Stop. Lucy, stop. They want to play. This is not the time for this. Yes, this is live and this is what happens, okay? If they keep going, I'm going to run over there in 10 seconds and make them stop. Okay. Billy, let's see what you say. That's an excellent question. Sure, it might be free, but who else has the time to sift through all that information? They can come to us. Yes, that's exactly what it is. You have done what's called curating the content. You have curated the content. Hey, Lucy, stop it. Stop. I think they have a bone that they're both trying to fight over or something like that right now. Irma, good morning, John. Tell your story. It's about them. Yes. Look, you guys, you have to establish yourself as an expert, because if you're not an expert, then people don't value your input as much. But once you do that, it is about them, right? Like, I don't have to tell my story every time I talk to you guys. By now, you probably know my story. You know that what I'm sharing right now, I've been doing myself for 25 years or something like that. What happens is, if you go back to the video earlier in my timeline, I think I did it yesterday, is that people tell themselves a story. I'm not worthy. I don't have enough skill. Someone else says I was stupid as a child and I still believe that nonsense. All these different things. It's just a story you're telling yourself that really holds you back, and it's really a shame. It really is. Because you have greatness, you have brilliance inside of you, and if you don't share it, what a shame, right? And my friend Randy Ledoux said a long time ago to me, he says, there's no monopoly on brains. It's only a shame when you don't share your knowledge. And here's the thing, and this is just one example, okay? A teacher, say like at an elementary, junior high, or high school, they have a noble job. They have a very tough job. And yes, we could argue that they're underpaid. The difference is this, okay? Here's the difference. Why are they not a highly paid expert? And I'm not trash, like you guys know, I have a doctorate in education, right? You guys know, I understand the educational field. I know how it works. I've been a guest speaker at many different schools. And so I understand academia. Here's the difference of why they're not highly paid experts, even though they're really smart and they're doing great work, right? It's because they haven't done anything different. They haven't done anything special. They fit within the confines of academia and government oversight and bureaucracy that confines their growth, their ability to teach, how they express themselves, and how they distribute their knowledge. That's right. That's why they don't earn more, because they agreed by going into an academic setting, as an example, that I will live under these guidelines, this framework, which says, stick around, you'll get tenured, you get a pension, you do this, you get 2 or 3 months off in the summer, and there you go. Thanks a lot. Thanks for stopping by. It's noble. It's kind of them to do it. It's a hard job, and I respect them. And it would be awesome if they got paid more. Guess what? They knew when they got into it how much they were going to make. So that's just the way it is, right? However, these same teachers who are really smart and have a lot to give and special gifts can become a noted expert nationally or globally by positioning themselves as an expert, as an authority, and as my friend Topher says, a key person of influence. But if you don't do that, you are a commodity. Unfortunately, a teacher in a high school setting is a commodity, because there's a lot of people who can go earn a teaching credential and have a bachelor's degree, which would adequately allow them to do that job. Doesn't mean they're going to be good. Doesn't mean they're going to be highly paid. It doesn't mean anything, but a lot of people technically could do that job, even if they don't want to, or they wouldn't be superior at it. But there's only a few, and I want one of those to be you, that are willing to step forward and say, I have brilliance, I have expertise, I have a gift, I have special skill sets, and now I want to share those with the world. And I can do that by getting on stages, writing books, making an ebook, doing something on Kindle, doing a podcast, making educational information products, making a physical product, traveling the world and speaking, doing seminars, workshops, masterminds, coaching, mentoring, consulting, and D, all the above. That's way more than D though, right? You can do this. So if you are stuck, or you feel stuck, because you're not technically stuck, watch my other video. My question to you is, why haven't you done this? And my guess is because you're not quite sure how. Hey, Dustin Maher. I'll tell you what, Dustin Maher just got on this video lesson here. Dustin is a longtime friend of mine. He's also someone who's done some coaching and consulting with me. He's still a pretty young guy, and he has done phenomenally well. And you know, technically he's a top earner in the United States, right? Why? One is because he believed it was possible. 2, he has an undeniable work ethic. 3 is because he positioned himself as an expert, authority, key person of influence. And then he made programs, products, services, coaching, mentoring, masterminds, and other types of educational and consulting services that position him as the expert while he's in the service of other people. But what if he was just a teacher at a local school? It's still noble. It's still kind. It's a hard job. But he might be making $38,000 a year. And here's the other thing too. People get this, I would say, mixed up. That's the way I'm going to phrase it. They say, but I want to have hands-on and I want to help these people make an impact in their lives. That's, again, noble. It's kind. But you might only be positively, hopefully positively affecting maybe 28 people per year in the classroom setting. I'm just using this as an example, you guys. There's many other examples. But now you take your information to the world, and it makes a huge impact. Now, some of you know that I've helped create over 500,000 jobs around the world over the course of 2.5 decades, but over 500,000 jobs, primarily in the United States, but in about 60 other countries as well. And I personally have coached and mentored about 10,000 people over the time. So if I just said, well, I just need to have hands-on, and I only can do it hands-on because it's the only way I have personal fulfillment, it's the only way I know I'm making an impact, and I told myself some crazy story like that, I wouldn't have been able to help so many people. And also, the more people you help get what they want, the more and easier it is to get what you want. I think it was Zig Ziglar that said that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Billy, I came from the educational field, but I realized I could benefit families more by helping them outside of the classroom. Billy, tell me what you're doing now. I'm really curious. That's great. Very, very noble. So here's the other thing too. So I give the example of a teacher. We gave the example of scrapbooking. We give the example of fly fishing. So a lot of people that are watching this are in the fitness industry. So I'm just going to give a quick fitness example. So you're a personal trainer at a health club. That's how I started out, right? So I started out as a personal trainer in a health club. Actually, before that, I used to travel to people's homes for $25 an hour. This is a long time ago. This is in the early 90s. And even then, I didn't charge enough. So that's where I started out. And I realized there's no leverage. That's the other thing about building a platform to share your knowledge. You need to leverage yourself. If you're a personal trainer, you can't. It's hard to work 8 hours a day. That's just really hard. So wait a minute. So 4, that's $200. Did I do that right? At $25 an hour, if you're getting 25, that's $200 at 8 hours. Plus you have to have a break. You got to eat. You got to drive sometimes. That's exhausting. And there's no multiplier. So you need to be able to put yourself on a platform to where you can serve more people. As an example, right now, I'm using technology, and by tomorrow, there'll probably be 1,200, 1,300 people that will watch this video, right? You need to do the same, but sometimes we tell ourselves stories that say, I can't do it, I don't have enough skill, I don't know how, or whatever. And by the way, I'm gonna read Billy's information here in just a second. Thank you, Billy, for putting that up there. What I'm talking about right now is one of the things that I help you do when you do coaching and mentoring with me, and specifically in the Penthouse group, which starts again in January. If you want to make dramatic change, dramatic shift, and up-level your living and serve more people, while you have crazy dogs playing in the background, hey, you guys, they're chasing each other all around here. I took them for like a 5-mile walk today, and for a French bulldog, that's a long distance. I don't know how they have any energy. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. So basically cut through the BS. Yes, Billy. So Billy says, Billy was a teacher and now a personal growth strategist. I help entrepreneurs and women create new avenues to achieve wealth in all areas of their life. That's good that you say wealth in all areas of their life, because it's not just monetary wealth. That's good. Together, we sift through the noise, get them focused and in action. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna ask you another question, Billy. How are you getting your message out there? How are you reaching your potential customers and clients? I'm really, really curious. Hey, Tina, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about how to share your knowledge, help people, and earn what you're worth. And a lot of people don't feel they're earning what they're worth, but they put themselves in a position where they knew when they entered that position that that's how much they would earn within some confines, right? They knew within a very small framework, I will earn between this and this, or here and here. And that's as far as I'm going. And you walk into that knowing that. But then you get to a certain point of saturation and you're thinking, why am I doing this? I can't move ahead. Things keep getting more expensive. I want to make an impact in the world. I want to make a difference. What is my calling, right? And you can't do that if you're within the confines of something that disallows that. So going back to Billy here. So Billy creates the platform and gets clients through professional speaking, events, and just started offering online courses. Very cool. What? Randy says Safari can't open the page because the address is invalid. You're talking about the current video? That's weird. Okay. That's new to me. I'm broadcasting on Firefox, but Chrome is always best, you guys. It just Chrome browser. I'm switching all my stuff over to Chrome, so that's what I would suggest as well. Brian McCormick. Brian just joined the video. The call, technically it's a video. Brian and his wife are in the Penthouse group. They were in last year's program. I think if you want to leave a comment on that experience, Brian, I would really appreciate that. You guys are doing super cool stuff. And I know you're making big strides, and you're a great contribution to the group too. It's just great to see you and your wife together too. You're cute. You're like still high school sweethearts. It's pretty neat. So here's the thing, you guys. You have a message inside of you. Like Randy Carrasco is on this video right now. Randy and I have known each other since junior high school. And he is a brilliant engineer. And the only way I can describe what he does is he can figure out how to ship things around the world in compartments to save companies millions and billions of dollars a year in shipping costs. Like it's almost like, is it not Jenga? What's the other thing that turns and you kind of fit pieces together? He knows how to do that with shipping containers and cargo ships and boxes and things like that. And he knows how to configure all that stuff so people can maximize their effort, shorten their time, and improve the bottom line of a company. He's brilliant at that kind of stuff. And actually, I worked with Randy, and he actually just he just advanced in his career not long ago because he was able to share his message, to convey that he's an authority. He actually is one of the top people in his field, but he stepped into his brilliance. He took a chance with the support of his lovely wife. That's important too. You need to have the support system in place, but you have to take a chance. Now, I'm not saying just jump off and just have faith that it will work. You need to have strategy and a plan as well, okay? You need to believe it will happen, but you also need to have the strategy, the resources, the technology, and the support system in place that allows for the transition to be easy. And there's also a good and bad time to make a transition from doing whatever you're doing into being, actually technically this is called being a knowledge worker, is you're being paid and compensated for your knowledge while you serve other people. Then you can earn what you're worth, because there is a multiplicative of it. It's not an additive, it's a multiplier. And here's the other thing, like I think Billy would agree with this, is that once you kind of figure this out, the world is your oyster. Like right now, people are seeing this all over the world. I'm here at my home, that's the Las Vegas Strip, that's the Bellagio right behind me there. So I'm here in my home with my crazy dogs. Hang on a second so I can get her. Come here, come here. There's one of them. Look at that face. Isn't that ridiculous? They're running around here crazy. So look, I can stay at home, I can work from home, and I can make a difference for millions of people all over the world each year. And you can do the same, but you have to find out and hone and craft and bring forward your special skill. So the question I'd like for you to ask yourself right now is, what is your special skill? Because we all have one. What is it that you can do really, really well? Is it Randy is also a very high-level black belt in a martial art, which actually, correct me if I'm getting it wrong, Randy, but basically it's like a combination of judo and jiu-jitsu, the grappling art. So he could actually do training programs in that and educational courses and video training. And he could also consult people that are getting into the field of engineering, right? And want to do, I don't even know what kind of engineering you do. I'm not even sure how to describe that, but you could do that sort of thing as well. What do you do that is better than most people? And by better, I'm not saying, oh, they suck and they're bad, blah, blah, blah. If you're really honest with yourself and you say, I have a lot of skill, I've been doing this for 20 years, but I'm only getting paid X. How could you take all that experience? I'm trying to think of another example. There was someone in another mastermind I was in, and he helps people with something to do with cows, something to do with agriculture and cows, like dairy farming or something like that. And he is a consultant to dairy farmers. And now, rather than working the farm himself, which can be exhausting, and you also have just one thing, one farm, now he can consult, advise, and coach and mentor and do business development for all types of dairy farmers, not only in the United States, but around the world, right? So the possibilities are endless. And again, these are the types of things that I help you craft in my coaching and mentoring programs, and specifically the Penthouse group, which comes up in January of 2018. So make sure, actually it's johnspencerellis.com/penthouse, johnspencerellis.com/penthouse. Billy, you're helping people get clarity. I hope I'm helping you get clarity, and what you do helps people get clarity as well. That's what it's all about. Look, think of it like that. You say, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help people. I have special skills, but I don't know how to help people. Here's how you do it. What is the biggest problem the people have that you can help? And how are you uniquely qualified to solve their biggest problem? What is the biggest problem the people have that you can help? And how are you uniquely positioned, qualified, or experienced to help them solve that problem and get them out of pain? You also need to know where these people are. So you say, okay, well, great. I am an expert in widgets, and I want to coach people on how to help people solve the problems with widgets, whatever that is, right? The best way to find out where these people are is go to Facebook. Hey, you're on there now, but wait till we're done. Don't do this yet. Just remember. And look at different groups and fan pages, but specifically, you need to say that right, specifically groups, because those are the people who are most passionate, because a group creates dialogue and community. So find the group that is most congruent with your area of expertise and how you can help. Now, that doesn't mean you go into that group and start blasting stuff and spamming them, because you'll get booted out. That is not cool, and that's not the way it works. But become a member of the community, if you can, if it's open, and learn what they're doing. How big is it? Who are the active players? What are the questions? What are the problems and the challenges that these people are having? You think, gosh, I know the answer to that. I know how to do that. You can also find a lot of groups on LinkedIn, and you can do that as well. So that's how you find the people you can serve. Now, you can market to them a lot of different ways. Like right now, I've done it twice. I've given you a subtle offer to join my coaching and mentoring program, and specifically the Penthouse group, right? But during that process, yes, that was an advertisement. During that process, I'm helping you. I want you to become successful, or even more successful, personally, professionally, financially, right? And also the other thing is being able to help people solve their challenges, their problems. Challenges is a nice way of saying problems. It makes you feel better about it. It gives you, the coach, the mentor, the expert, whatever you want to call yourself, a great sense of accomplishment. And it's so awesome when you meet someone, wherever it is, at a convention, or you see them at the Starbucks, or wherever, and they thank you because of something you created, something you wrote, a video you made, a training program, or somehow your expertise, your product, your service solved a problem which made their life better. That's an awesome feeling. Another way that you can serve people is to create software. Now, you might be going, I don't know anything about software. You don't have to. What you need to know is the industry, the processes of the industry, the problems of the industry. What are the current resources for that industry? And then you hire developers to build the software. And then you can do a monthly membership to that software, which is called a SaaS. It's an online cloud-based software. That means software as a service. You guys are probably using something like that right now, like Basecamp, Dropbox, Canva, any of those kind of things. Those are all cloud-based SaaS service providing software platforms that make millions, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars a year, right? And all people become dependent on it because it makes their life better. So you can use your expertise like that as well. It goes on and on and on. There's a lot of ways for you to help people. So number one, believe you can. And then figure out what are your unique talents. Write it down. Write it down longhand too, like, in a piece of paper, because it's going to make you think differently than doing it fast with a keyboard. Sometimes We miss things because we're processing it differently rather than the kinesthetic action of writing. So write so you move slower and you're a little more thoughtful with it. Write down your specific skill sets. What are your unique talents where you can serve a community that you love too? Here, oh, I forgot that. Let me finish this real quick and I'll go back. You have to love the people that you want to work with. And then figure out how you're going to serve it. Is it going to be a program, a product, a service, a technology, a book, coaching, consulting, advising, some sort of special event or gathering, a meetup or something like that, and then you build your community around that, then you can serve that community. Now going back to what I was going to say, you know who you want to help, you know their problem, now you know because you found them on these different groups on LinkedIn and Facebook where they're at. You also have to be honest with yourself. Do you like these people? Because sometimes you're in an industry and you're really good at it, but man, you can't stand the community. And you're just sick of the people and you're tired of the BS and the politics and all that stuff. Are you really going to be enthusiastic about building a coaching, consulting, mentoring, or some type of service for that community? You need to be passionate about it. But here's the other thing too. Passion is not enough. A lot of people will say, just find your passion and bliss and rainbows, unicorns. No, that's not the way it works. You do need to have passion. That's important, because if you absolutely despise something, you're probably not going to do it well. Hey, Sarah, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Passion is not enough, okay? You can be super passionate about something that is a really bad idea. People are really excited about dumb stuff sometimes, and they don't make any money and they waste their time. So you want to be excited about something and passionate. Passion is super important. However, you also need to do market research. Is it on an upward trend or a downward trend? Is it local, regional, national, or global? Or is it expanding in those directions? There's so many different things to look at. Let me see. Look, Chris Amaro. I haven't even read it yet, and I can only imagine what Chris is going to say. You're good at it, but you're sick of the community. Me to a degree with health and fitness. I know you're moving out of health and fitness. And then what you do like now is real estate, Forex, which means foreign currency exchange, if you're not familiar with that, and M&A. And I forget, oh, that's medical, I forget what that is. I forget what M&A is. You can tell me. And then Stephen says, you are correct. Passion without drive won't work. Well, here's the thing, Stephen. Passion can give you the drive because you're super passionate about it, so you want to move forward. That's understandable. However, if the industry is falling apart, like let's just say I'm super passionate about VHS tapes. Woo! How many are you going to sell? Be honest, how many of you currently have a VHS player? How many of you have a DVD drive in your computer? How many of you are even watching this on a computer, right? So I'm super passionate about VHS and DVDs and Betamax. That doesn't matter. I like blockbuster videos. I'm not very passionate about streaming video like Netflix. Okay, well, so passion will give you the drive, but then you also have to do the market research and then become passionate about something that has opportunity as well. Very important. So there's some clear distinctions. Oh, M&A, mergers and acquisitions. Thank you. I actually should have known that. That was really bad. I thought you were talking about something else because I know you do medical commodities and something like that, and I thought that's where you're going. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to do more training today. I'm here working all day. It's a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. I took off to the side there. So that is the Bellagio. That's where they filmed Ocean's 11. And that's the high roller, the wheel you see in the background there. That is the world's largest Ferris wheel. There's 20 people can fit in each one of those pods, and each one has a bar. And they'll actually do a wedding ceremony for a half hour as you go all the way around in one of those things with a party of 20 people. And then down at the end of the street there, this way, that's President Chump's place right there. I have to say, I'm just glad I'm higher than him. That's all I can say. And then that is, let me see, Caesar's Palace, you can see there, just to give you some perspective. Anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm always here to help you. So please let me know what you'd like to talk about and learn and discuss. But here's the thing. You can do whatever you want. You can become an expert, an authority, a key person of influence, a highly paid expert based on what you currently know. And if you're in a box, so you feel, and it might literally be that, you don't have to be. You can take your current skills and share them with the world when you create a platform and build your celebrity or authority brand, and then create programs, products, and services around that. That's the way it works, right? That's just the way it works. All right, Billy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys, go over to my site. Please join the Penthouse group. It is amazing. Amazing. I just spoke to another person that was in the Penthouse group, and they are going to make like $50,000 more this year, which is pretty good, right? That's actually a 10x investment on the Penthouse group, a 10x. Some people made $1 million more. Not everyone does that, so I can't guarantee that, but holy cow, right? That's a lot. So in just 1 year to increase your income $50,000, honestly, when's the last time you did that? All right, thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. I'm going to do more probably later today. You guys give me some ideas of what you want to learn. That's all. JohnSpencerEllis.com/penthouse. JohnSpencerEllis.com/penthouse. 16-week group coaching program, one-on-one mentoring with me. You get a lot of time with me so I can personally help you solve your biggest challenges, guest speakers, webinars, and then 2 days here at the Penthouse in Las Vegas for a very intense mastermind where you get put on the hot seat and we solve all your biggest challenges and you grow personally, professionally, financially, spiritually, and in your relationships as well. It's awesome. Please join us. JohnSpencerEllis.com/penthouse. Okay? And now my dogs are finally chilled out here now that we're wrapping this up. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.